Sent to the future from the year 2000 by a glitch due to the Millennium Bug, I'm adapting to thrive in the peculiar conditions of the 2020s. Join me in a multimedia extravaganza as we surf the World Wide Web, catch up on 2 decades of video games and mess around with creative tools new and old. I'm Millennium Cyborg, welcome to the new millennium. Hey Borbadino, good to see you. Hi Ratanak45, thanks for the follow. I'm happy when people enjoy the aesthetic. It consumes a lot of my waking hours, kind of chasing after some of these things. I've been deep in learning how to use ray tracing in Unity, because it's long. So my background was made in Bryce, which is very old ray tracer now, and an authentic, Y2K sort of ray tracer. And what I want to do is to try and recreate that in a modern engine, fully 3D accelerated. So that's quite an ambitious project, but I believe it's possible. just need to put the time in. Yeah. So usually on Mondays I've been doing magazine cover CDs, but I've been getting really tired of they're French magazine cover CDs, and I've been getting really tired of having to go back and censor some stuff before putting on YouTube, because there's a bunch of nudity in most of them, and on top of that a lot of stuff doesn't run. So I'm working my way towards a different format with hopefully real hardware and a bit of pre-filtering of what's on the discs. I did find my laptop that runs Windows 98, and the only problem seems to so far be the power supply is dead. So I've ordered a replacement. Fingers crossed. Oh, cool. Yeah. I've been doing okay with Unity so far. The trouble is the ray tracing stuff itself is not that well documented. So I found some really good tutorials out there that do hit upon the subtleties of some of this stuff that's currently experimental. One of which is in Chinese, so I have to rely on Google Translate. But that's been quite crucial to being able to move forward as well. So I am using a virtual machine usually, and not just a virtual machine, but x86 box. So let's head over to the game screen. 86 box, which is a lower level emulator for the hardware. So I thought that would work quite well, but you still run into issues with the emulation. The sound hardware seems to be a particular problem. So we are going to start in 86 box if I manage to get it to play along. Is it going to capture? Mystery. Is it going to work? It's captured. Great. Brother Bear. I've not heard of that one. It's a difficult thing to emulate games from a certain era or to run them on modern computers. So someone referred to it as the donut hole of PC game emulation. around the late 90s, early 2000s, it's especially tough for various reasons. There are ways to emulate the Glide 3D APIs on modern machines if you have something that runs on 32-bit Windows at least. There are various kinds of emulation out there, but it's very patchy. Oh, sped up, interesting. And Java phone games. Oh yeah. There's a lot of interesting stuff out there that's hard to emulate. Karimaki-chan, thanks for the follow. So, Journeyman Project was originally a Mac game made in Macromedia Director. I'm gonna pause my music now, and we'll have whatever sounds come from the app. So let's see if this works. The original version that we have here was notoriously poorly performing. Is this the turbo version? Oh, I've got the turbo version. Okay, so that should run slightly better. Let's see how it goes. Get more audio in here. I love the music in this game. So there is Journeyman Project Turbo. I don't know if you can currently buy the Turbo version anywhere. And there's the Pegasus Prime version, which is available on GOG as part of the trilogy. And there are differences between the two versions. So I'm going to quickly go into the original Turbo version and then we'll boot up Pegasus Prime. It's not a good start. What's it doing? Yeah, the 3D renders in and the way the UI is done and everything. I feel like we install Microsoft Video for Windows 1.1 every other stream, and it seems to really want to install it instead of checking that it is already installed. And yeah, if you have questions about emulating things, I mean, I'm happy to. Oh, hang on, my car on says Mega Race because we were doing that last time. So this should be. There we go. Don't know why Windows is taking a while to restart. So good to see you. Yeah, so let's see. Send a quick control delete. Nope, hard reset. Yeah. Normal is fine. There we go. I break it every week, at least once a stream. Yeah, getting the beep in there is an important part of the emulation. All right. One of these icons is what we want. Journeyman Project, trailer, turbo, the making of. Okay. Your current display, Suggested that you use 256 colors for the best results. I fix more than I break? Well, I guess overall we end up running a few more things than are completely broken. I guess this isn't... I'm not sure what you'd call it. Whatever the project website calls it. A6 box. It's an emulator, but it's I guess a lower level emulator. So you have to pick exactly what components are in your virtual PC. I originally played the non-turbo version, but this version is allegedly a little less broken. Alright. And the intro is worth having a look at as well and comparing.
The year is 2318. The location, the skyborne metropolis known as Caldoria. The Earth is finally at peace after a long, bloody battle against a few tyrants who sought total world domination. Having learned the hard way the evils of imperialism, the borders began to come down one by one. Finally, in the year 2117, the unified world was realized. Now, all that we have accomplished is being...
So here's what I haven't mentioned yet. Yeah, this game scared the hell out of me as a kid.
Potential for destruction. The very same Democrats who initiated the building of the time machine immediately discontinued the project once they saw a working prototype. Temporal travel now being a reality, they brought the time machine to a secret location and formed an agency to protect the flow of history. The project, codename Journeyman.
Classic, we invented a time machine. Oh no, we invented a time machine situation. Yeah, the faces were photoshopped weirdly. Note the lovely blue sky. These are some super grainy 3D renders as well. It really is taking a while. So we're in the floating city of Caldoria. No, this is how it's supposed to go, I think. Because it's matching up with the music. Dun, dun, dun. It was all a dream. Or was it?
Good morning. Once again, it's another beautiful day here in the peaceful, skyborne metropolis of Caldoria. And unless you've been trapped in some kind of time warp, you know that today marks the culmination of 10 years of debate, as all of Earth awaits the arrival of the alien delegate from the symbiotry of peaceful beings. Their goal? to welcome the entire human race into their interplanetary alliance of sentient beings. Our Megan Love is at the Capitol building right now with a live update. Megan, can you hear me?
I'm right here, thanks, Johnny. 10 years ago today, Earth was visited by a race of aliens who called themselves the Sorolans. They told us that they were here to invite us into an alliance, which they called the Symbiotry of Peaceful Beings. The purpose of this alliance, they said, is simply to share knowledge and culture with other alien races.
Yeah,
They
so
left after saying they would give us...
basically today is the day the aliens are visiting to invite us formally to join
return.
the Federation or whatever.
And here in the Capitol building, it's amazing, Johnny. There are thousands of people gathered.
But things will not go smoothly.
Roland delegate, as the procession heads this way, we've heard various rumors that a fleet of ships have already been detected on long-range radar.
Look at how much space there is. This is already blown up, right? To
Thank you, Megan.
1080p.
This morning's broadcast was brought to you by Future Cola.
Hey, Laws, good to see you.
Peaceful generation.
Look how much actual 3D rendered area we have in the middle here, and how much just black space there is. Is it a Groundhog Day situation? Not quite. If we mess up, we just die and reload a save. So yeah, I really like the look of the HUD overall. There's just too much blank space. Agent 5, report to the Temporal Security Annex. So we grab our card. Our transport card. I love this UI. I don't know what you would call this style even, but yeah. It is a Mac visual novel, really, if you think about it. Just one with less text than more and more bad QuickTime events. So we've got a number of biochips that slot into our brain or whatever. We can see here. So this one is save and restore. Nothing too exciting, but we're going to find more along the way. Oh yeah, good idea. I'm going to crop it because it's not going to get any better. That's not bad. So we are an augmented dude and you will see us in just a moment. How do I get out of here? Alright, so let's walk around our apartment a bit. So we've been told that we need to hurry up and get to work. But first, let's go to the bathroom and have a look at ourselves. Okay, that's us. Agent Gage Blackwood. And I think, so other characters are going to appear as FMV, right? Or photos, but we appear as a drawn character for whatever reason, and we only see our character here and then in death scenes. It is very Doom Guy. before we head to work, I'm going to show you the entertainment center, the main other feature of this apartment. Tomb Guy from the comic. Alright, this is the high res. This is very funny because it's like it says high res and we're looking at 3 pixels high letters. Audio visual, mountain, seascape, cosmos, blank. That's it. That's all there is. Oh, here we go. Here are some cool bits of future music. This just sounds like a MIDI file. It is like the sort of projector music stuff you would get for a kid these days, right? To get your baby to sleep. So this is gear rhythm, presumably a futuristic music genre that we don't have yet. I think we're not ready for this one yet. Alright. I think that's it, actually. There's not that much in here. So I'm going to bring us to just the early section of the game, and then I'll switch over to the modern version. Is this the elevator? That's just some apartment. Oh no, that was the elevator. Oh, Cruelty Squad is something I'd like to give a go at some point, but I'll have to be in the right mood. What is this button? I think that's the temporal recall button. Because this icon is... This must be a customized HUD from our job that we've got. Yeah, that button doesn't do anything yet. Alright. I think... You know what? I should be saving because...
First floor.
Because we can already die. Very soon. What do I click? Alright, that's saved. And right in front of us is the alien spaceship that's here to meet with delegates. Yeah, definitely needs to be in the right headspace for a game like Cruelty Squad. I don't know what you have to do to get into that headspace, but... right around here... I think this is gonna... Yeah. Apartment information. Okay. I don't know. So the next kind of scary, freaky moment is when you get into the teleporter here, the transporter. So we've got teleportation technology.
Global Transporter, Caldoria Heights Apartments, Sector 3. Searching for open transport route now.
I'll take a look if I get my lighting on.
Upon entering,
Does it look good with this game?
will be required. Thank you for using Global Transport.
I don't know, there's a bit too much dark.
Foreign organism detected in transport. Please hold for tracking and sterilization process. Foreign element eliminated. Please insert your global transport card now.
So to save us from the fly style situation, it zapped a fly that was around as we got in. I should save right now. Hello? Cutting edge UI design here. All right. So I insert my card here.
Choose a destination.
Yeah, this did freak me out as a kid. I never ended up finishing it. So we've got a few saved locations on our transport card. The Temporal Security Annex is our job. And then Flagstaff Beach, Hard Rock Tokyo.
Other destinations have not been pre-programmed.
Well, I only work 3 locations: Hard Rock Tokyo, Flagstaff Beach, and the Temporal Security Annex. So let's have a look at Hard Rock Tokyo.
Preparing destination transporter. Recording passengers organic substratum. Prepare for molecular disintegration.
It sounds weirdly like you're being flushed by a cyber toilet.
Completing molecular reintegration. Thank you for using Global Transport.
Game over. So it did the whole teleport sequence and then reveals to us that time was in danger and we missed work and we died. 500 points for general exploration. So let's reload and actually go to work. Why did it? Okay, whatever.
Global Transporter, Caldoria Heights Apartments, Sector 3. Searching for
The whole game does have this spooky vibe to it.
route accessed. Upon
Even though it's basically a utopian city you're in and cool sci-fi tech, and so far nothing bad's been happening. You know, all the news has been good and happy. Something about the voices, maybe. Okay, we're doing this again.
organism detected
Yeah, you oof in a very Doom Guy way when you bump into a wall.
process. Foreign element eliminated. Please insert your global transport card now.
So one reason why I'm not going to do a full playthrough of this initial, well, turbo version is it's got a bunch of bugs that make it easy to render the game uncompletable.
Preparing destination transporter. Recording passengers organic substratum. Prepare for molecular disintegration.
There's an excellent video by Accursed Farms, Ross's Game Dungeon, that talks about this game and the Pegasus Prime remake, and compares the two, and generally talks about the game in depth, and I really recommend checking that out if you're interested at all.
Global transporter vacant.
Right. We're at work. And now we have to enter a code from the manual. So let me just grab that manual. And what does it say? It is the entry code. You know what? I should show you the manual. Hold on. Is that all coming up? Yep. And let's hide the sidebar. Maybe? No? Okay, well, you can still see most of it. System requirements. The story. Too much lore to read out on stream. The little pop-out thing is supposed to be an AI module. About the time machine. Here's our cool hero and suit. In this original version of the game, it's not clear whether we just got out of bed and were already wearing this suit. And there's a bunch of stuff that we'll see. And the making of is pretty cool. You get some cool pencil sketches, designs, environments, even showing you the 3D software they were using. Alright, let's find that code. While the ominous hum continues in the background. Entry code 6894895. I guess I'm just going to type it on the keyboard. 689.
Incorrect code entered. Access denied.
Does it not want the numpad maybe? What does it want? Hang on. 6. When I type 6, it makes the oof noise. Okay, I'm gonna have to pull out a different keyboard for this. One with a full numpad. Bear with me. Alright, let's try the numpad. Okay.
Verification of cranial contour scan.
I have many keyboards around me at all times.
Verification of central cortex scan. Scanning for biotech implant. ID scan confirmed. Welcome, Agent 5. Your fourth late arrival has been verified and logged. Please report at once to the command center.
Yeah, the slow sequences with computer voices really do get scary. In we go. For all I know, the noises were made with someone's mouth and then speeding them up or slowing them down. So we've got... Oh, let's save. Because that's a lot of cutscenes we went through. I don't want to do it again. Alright, so we've got the ready room. The elevator to the time machine. And the command center. I think we need to go to the ready room first, but let's see what he says. Oh no, the command center is right, because we don't yet know that there's a time distortion incoming. Look at that cool visualization on the wall of what time looks like. It's just a bunch of circles and triangles and things. Oh, we already clocked in and were told off for being late by the automated security scanner.
Laboratory review session scheduled. Activate upper left monitor.
This is very realistic. We have to do the periodic retraining thing. Automated training. Another code. Okay. That was on the same page. Monitor access. Need to reconfigure my windows around a bit. There we go. Alright, let's learn about time travel.
The Particle Accelerating Space-Time Transporter version 1, otherwise known as Pegasus, was the brainchild of part-time historian, full-time physicist Elliot Sinclair. In 2311, after seeing Sinclair's time-bending experiments, the government contracted him to build a full-scale operational time machine. The purpose of this device was to explore our past, as well as to discover the truth behind many disputed historical events. Just 4 years after the project was begun, the world's first time machine underwent its first test run.
So Sinclair is the name of the inventor of the time machine.
Concerns by individuals who believe
And that's a character who will show up later.
not only to explore history, but also to alter it.
I do always wonder that in FMV games, like what are these people doing now?
Research purposes. The project
Sometimes you find something on IMDb, sometimes you don't.
Sinclair was forbidden to ever work on time distortion projects again. Time travel now being a reality, the government secretly set up the Temporal Security Annex as a means to safeguard history from sabotage. You, the members of the Temporal Protectorate, are among the very few who know of its existence.
I don't feel like that's something we would forget as an agent. Oh, that's right. I'm a temporal safety agent. No killing baby Hitler.
The simplest analogy for the theory of time travel is that of a tunnel in time. When someone travels through time, a tunnel is created which originates when travel is begun.
Yeah, if there's not credits in the game itself, I don't know how you'd even track down the actors.
Theory states a rip occurs in the fabric of time, which gives rise to a temporal chain reaction. This chain reaction takes the form of a reality distortion wave.
So somehow we've got a limited amount of time, in quotation marks, to detect the time has been altered in the past, and then
the past as
we have to jump back in time to fix it.
Back in time before the distortion wave hits, though, allows an agent to jump over the distortion wave and escape its effects. So as a member of the Temporal Protectorate, you alone will have the ability to jump back in time.
All right, so I don't know how long it takes to explain this, but the concept here is quite interesting. So I'm gonna mention it first, and then we'll see the video. In order to figure out what changed in time, they periodically record a DVD, basically, of known historical events, go back to the time of the dinosaurs, and stick it in a safe spot. So what we're gonna do is travel back in time to the time when we detect that there's a time rip. We travel back in time, pick up that DVD, come back to the present after the time distortion wave has hit, and put it in the computer, which will compare it to a current version of the DVD, and then we'll see what has changed. But when we arrive in the present again, we're now a rogue person who came out of nowhere to try and change their time to something different. So from their point of view, we're a temporal enemy. I don't remember if much is made of that aspect in Turbo, but we are going to see something about it in Pegasus Prime.
In the event that it becomes necessary to restore the proper course of history, the procedure is as follows. As quickly as possible, get to the ready room and use the biosupport suit generator. The biosupport suit is an indispensable element of the time travel process and is essential for your protection. Next, get your assigned mapping and Pegasus biochips and the Journeyman key from the cabinet next to the biosuit generator. The Pegasus biochip is your link to Pegasus. It is what allows you to be pulled back to the present at the touch of a button. After you're outfitted for travel, but before the reality distortion wave reaches the present, you must jump to the year 200 million BC. Upon arriving there, use the Journeyman key to open the storage vault and obtain the Journeyman historical log. Since it exists,
yeah, we're not wearing the suit yet.
Previous to any likely temporal changes, this disk serves as a source of unaltered historical information. To discover how history has been changed, head back to the Temporal Security Annex and insert the Journeyman disk into the computer. It will be cross-referenced with the historical log.
So my question is,
left behind to be altered by
what does our hero Gage Blackwood do all day
knowing how,
when there's no temporal security rips?
Changed. Should give you the information you need to restore.
Does he just watch this video every day
A word of
and then go home?
Time is very sensitive to change. In order to keep from altering history worse than it already has been, try to solve the problems you encounter without changing anything. As a rule, a temporal protectorate agent
basically
never interfere with any events.
We lose if we
never leave
meet anyone.
that came from a different time. Never
That's the main thing I think that's caused an instant game over.
Objects from a time zone. And above all else, an agent should never interact with beings from another time zone.
All right, and we're going to close this and immediately. What a coincidence.
Warning, warning, warning. Temporal whip detected. Alert status Alpha. Temporal distortion imminent. Agent
Never interact with beings or beings from another time zone. Alright, better hurry. Yeah, good thing we reviewed our training video. Suit first.
biosuit generator preparing ultrasonic body type assessment. Mesomorphic. Infrascanning exact body dimensions.
You didn't think it would be good to sort of do this scan before the emergency, maybe?
Biosupportive parameters. Stand by for bioencapsulation.
I mean, that is a great way to get dressed. Just stand in the machine and the clothes appear around you. Alright, let's drag these in. Oh, come on. So these biochips are one of the ways that you can completely mess up you can miss some. Alright, and now give me the key. We need this. Anything else? What does that thing do? I guess that's just greebles or whatever. Make a quick safety save. And we're going to see what time travel looks like. The key does really look like some kid's toy or some dog's toy rather than one of the most crucial elements to protecting time. We see our reflection again. The time machine does look pretty cool. What did I do? Hello? Hello? What's it doing? Did I buffer my input somehow? I'm no longer pressing anything or clicking anything. Okay, it stopped. Okay, it's still going. I think we'll get there. Ah, we're out. Yes, trapped in the elevator loop. I have seen people get trapped in loops in other FMV games. This is one of the most freaky things, right? The time machine, you just kind of... There's a space for your body and nothing else. Yeah, this next area also really freaked me out as a kid. This part is great though. So we hear bits of radio and dialogue.
Caldora Heights Apartments, Sector 3. Agent of the fourth late arrival.
I will assassinate the cerulean delicate myself.
So we heard about a bit of various bits of sound that we'd heard previously in the day, and then we hear someone say, "I will assassinate the cerulean delegate myself," which we haven't heard. Okay, let's do another save in case we die horribly. So I think it's going to tell us we can't use mapping. Oh no, it does work here. And yeah, time to get eaten by a dinosaur. You're on the edge of a cliff. Yeah, this freaked me out. Oh, sure. Insta-death. And it didn't reopen the mapping, so we better open that. Ah! You can't actually get eaten by a dinosaur, I don't think. But they sure do suggest you're about to be. Alright, here we are. And we take out our very sophisticated key. We don't even get to see the CGI dinosaurs. And here's our disc. Alright. I'm gonna go to BRB for a few minutes as I set up the Pegasus Prime version and refill my drink. And then we'll compare what we saw so far with the effectively the remake version that I think they put out after Journeyman Project 2. And yeah, it's quite different. Should be interesting. So see you soon. I'm back. All right. Oh, see you, Ratanac45. Thanks for joining. And yeah, definitely check out the Accursed Farms / Ross's Game Dungeon video on this as well. So I think I need to restart this application in order to get the same intro that we got last time. So I'm going to try that now. So I have to quit. Oh, no, it's not responding. It's dead. Okay, well, I'm launching it again anyway. The epic time travel adventure begins.
The year is 2318. The location, the skyborn metropolis of Caldoria. Finally, the terrible memories of Earth's world wars have started to fade. After discovering the strengths
So this is a different voice. The cropping should be correct here. The volume is a bit high, so
However,
let me
all of these accomplishments have become
bring that down a
by man's
touch.
most incredible discovery: time travel. Frightened by its potential for
So the images are the same, but the video has been redone
codenamed
and the voice is
and led to a
different.
secret location. Realizing that the integrity of the time continuum would now have to be forever guarded, the unified Earth government.
This is native on Windows this time. It's running in ScumVM. This is the version available on GOG as Journeyman Project Pegasus Prime.
Gage Blackwood, Agent 5 of the Temporal Protectorate, would be called upon to
Yeah, tiny face Prince Charles was cropped out of the shot.
To destroy not only the past, but also the future of humankind. This is the story of Earth's most timely hero.
Timely, get it? All right. So there is a walkthrough difficulty as well as... Whoops. I was just trying to click into the window.
This is the Journeyman interface overview. Point at any part of the interface to learn.
So let's start a new game. I don't know if I'll keep the lighting. We'll see. That's the alien spaceship landing. I wonder how it landed inside this dome. The sky is no longer blue, but kind of a orangey colour. Yeah, the rave trunk. We do get to see the aliens in, I think it's only in Journeyman Project 3 that we eventually meet them. Boom.
Good morning. I'm Johnny Ego, and you're listening to the mellow sounds of WKIM Too Big Caldoria.
So the good news is the UI is much larger.
Hey, Sleeping Beauty. Don't tell me you overslept. Whoa, you look awful. Did you have another one of those nightmares? You know, you really should talk to the doc about that. Anyway, this is just a friendly reminder that you're supposed to relieve me at 0700. Remember, it was your idea to draw straws, and you drew the short one. So, you get to hold down the fort while the rest of us go and watch the Sorolan delegate procession. Look, you always wanted to be the Lone Ranger. Now, get down here on time for a change, and I'll let you watch my op man when I come back. See you later.
So that was one of our colleagues.
Wake up.
So after they made the second game, they remade the first and introduced some of the characters.
Good morning, Agent 5. It seems that you have slept with your neuroocular prosthesis on again. Your monocle needs recalibration. Stand by.
This lady is really,
The energy level warning light is operational.
I
Level
think
counter is at
the first
100%.
place I saw this style of, oh, it's a lady in the computer sort of AI, was Johnny Mnemonic.
You currently have no
And then obviously Borderlands also has something very similar. And this game does.
through the biochip display panel.
Showdown, yeah.
You have the AI biochip installed. Initiating self-diagnosis of on.
I clicked through that because it's not very interesting. We've got a bit more in our apartment now. We still have the... Oh, this time... Hang on. Yeah, we fell asleep on our cool 4D hollow system. It's still the same sound when we bump into things. I'm trying to see if there's a way to trigger the holographic chill out system, but maybe not. Trying to remember the layout.
Good morning, Mr. Blackwood. Stand by for health check scan.
And this is us.
Today is 15%. Today's tip, cut back on the Chinese takeout. Please choose a hairstyle.
Gotta go retro trash.
Retro thrash. Sorry, that request is inappropriate for your current work
Denied.
schedule.
How about GeoWave?
GeoWave. Sorry, that request is inappropriate.
Isn't that just a
for your
mullet?
work schedule. Agency standard.
The most boring hairstyle. But hey, the good news is we can just change at the touch of a button.
The wait is over. At precisely 6 a.m.
Holographic news appears while we're on the toilet.
A space vehicle entered Earth's atmosphere and landed on the lawn in front of Caldoria's Capitol building. Although the city square is being kept clear,
It's not a David Cage game.
onlookers have formed on the fringes, eager to catch a glimpse of the Cerolan ambassador as he emerges from the spacecraft to shake hands with Dr. Castillo, symbolizing our acceptance into the symbiontry of peaceful beings and forever changing the course of human events. Stay tuned for more.
Agent 5, you are late for your scheduled shift at the TSA.
Yeah. I think the game actually wants us to shower before we leave as well. Maybe that wasn't... No. Can I... No, guess not. What else was there? I think it's the same sound effect as the teleporter. See, the teleporter is just flushing us down the... down into cyberspace. Alright. So we've got... Our very important card keyring. We've got one message.
Good morning, Mr. Blackwood. You have
two messages.
First message.
Just calling to say thanks for the Thai food last night. Sorry I had to leave so early, but this story is the biggest break of my career. I think you'll be able to catch me on your environ system. I'll call you later. Bye.
Maybe our girlfriend?
Second message.
Good morning, Agent 5.
That's our boss.
I sincerely hope the reason you're not answering your phone is because you're already on the way to TSA. You've already been late to work twice this week. I need you here on time for a change. To relieve Agent 3 for the alien procession. Don't disappoint me.
And then we've got
Good morning, Mr.
a replicator.
Please make a selection. As per your diet, Cafe Borgia is not a viable option. Synthesizing electrolyte Proteinamin nutrient number 4. Share and enjoy.
I didn't think about that yet. It's the Temporal Security Agency, TSA. And this was before, I guess, the TSA in the US was formed. Alright, we get to enjoy a beverage. I'll keep this in case it's important for later. What's that thing?
Current cleaning mode, gentle cycle. Urethane microwave setting. Estimated time to completion, approximately 3 hours.
Good to know. Got our smart washing machine. Alright, well there's a red thing beeping over there. Or flashing, rather. Why are the washing machines in the future worse? Well, why are washing machines today worse? Clearly some aspects of technology just get worse over time.
The following is a special report from INN.
Good morning, Caldoria. I'm Mark Johnson. INN has just been notified that the Symbiotry Ambassador ship landed moments ago, and a fleet of Cyrolan ships has approached Earth.
Future news is clearly worse as well.
Over Caldoria. Our reporter Megan Love is live on the scene at the Capitol building, where the alien procession is scheduled to take place. Megan, can you describe what's going on down there?
Thank you, Mark. There's a tremendous crowd on hand to witness this historic event, and the atmosphere can only be described as electric. As most of our watchers know, it was in 2308, just 3 years after the World Unification Accords held in Gorbachev.
The logo for the Symbiotry of Peaceful Beings is kind of interesting. It's kind of weird.
They told us that they were here to invite us into an alliance which they called the Symbiotry of Peaceful Beings. They told the world that the purpose of this alliance is simply to share knowledge and culture with other alien races.
Yeah, symbiotry. I don't know if that's a proper word that one would use anywhere else.
Today is the day of their return, and all along the streets, the people of Caldoria are waiting for the gates to open so they can catch a glimpse of the Cyrolan delegate from the Capitol lawn.
This game, yes, has even more FMV than the previous version.
For the Interactive News Network, I'm Megan Love.
This has been a special report from INN.
Ah, there's our 4D environment system.
You may change your audio and visual selections at any time. This module is blank. For information on ordering additional environments and moving, please contact the management.
So this is rock, orchestral, acoustic, yeah, rhythm. Yeah, this is just as bad as last time. Call me old-fashioned, but I just can't get into gear rhythm music. Oh, and that was computer telling us we're being late. Yeah, it wasn't easy to read exactly what it said on the original version.
Second floor. Third floor. Fourth floor.
What was that? That was, we will find out, Dr. Sinclair, inventor of time travel, hoping to assassinate the Cyrolan delegate, as we heard in the time travel section on the previous version of the game. We can try going to the roof, but we don't have access to it right now.
Second floor.
So Sinclair went and changed the past, and just for good measure, is also making sure to assassinate the aliens. But the transporter looks a bit different. The game's a bit inconsistent about when I should be pressing forward or clicking to open doors and things.
Please insert your global transport card now.
That part sounds the same. Okay, so what we need to do is... how do I change to a different bit of the inventory? I thought I wouldn't need the interface help, but... what's happening? I used my scroll wheel there. Go away, glass. Imagine if this is how you get stuck. Fine. Save game. Main menu. Interface overview. Press tilde or 7 to access other items. Backspace online to access other biochips. Very intuitive. Yeah, I drank a glass of Powerade and somehow that got me stuck in the transporter. So if I press 7, not that 7, this 7. Okay, we get the inventory. And that gets us the AI chip.
Please insert your global transport card now.
There we go.
Choose a destination.
And the same things happens, you know, if we don't pick the TSA, then we get... Oh! I didn't remember the fly was
tracking and sterilization.
Also a feature in this one.
Foreign element eliminated. Preparing destination transporter. Recording passengers organic substratum. Prepare for molecular disintegration. Thank you for using global transport.
All right. And hopefully this time we won't have to enter any copy protection codes from the manual. Because we were past that era when this game was made.
Please hold for ID check. Scanning. Verification of central cortex scan.
Nice lens flares.
Identification confirmed. Welcome, Agent 5. Your fourth late arrival has been verified and logged.
So help me if I miss the first human encounter with alien beings.
Hey, I have to sit looking at the computer while you get to see humans encounter alien beings. Yeah. You'd think with a time machine we could avoid late arrivals, but...
Welcome, Agent 5. Proceed to the command center.
Dr. Seiji Matsumoto, inventor of the cybernetic cortical matrix.
The design of the cortical matrix was based on a neural net of the human brain. Like children, these constructed beings will evolve and grow, and from them we must also learn.
Dr. Enrique Castillo, Earth's first ambassador to the symbiotry of peaceful beings.
As we have struggled on Earth to blind our eyes to the differences that have separated us in the past, so must we now, as a unified people, acknowledge and welcome the differences of races from planets other than our own.
I thought one of these was Dr. Sinclair, but this is the security robots. Slightly more elaborate renders, but still the same general layout. Now this is a gaming rig. Look at that. Even got a screen behind you. Yeah, this would be a pretty sweet rig.
So you finally decided to make it into work. And only 32 minutes late this time. Obviously you think TSA rules do not apply to you. Well, you are wrong. As of now, you're grounded. 1 week of review and data cleanup work in the command center. And you can start by reviewing TSA agent procedures, which you've obviously forgotten.
Yeah, I would definitely keep way too many tabs open with that many monitors.
The simplest analogy for the theory of time travel is that of a tunnel in time.
Yeah, this is
In the event that it becomes necessary to restore the proper course of
very much the same thing as last time.
the particle accelerating space-time transporter V1, otherwise known as Pegasus, was the brainchild of part-time historian and full-time physicist.
All right.
Dear God, it's finally happened. And with you of all people on duty, Gage. This is it. It all depends on you. Get to the ready room. Let's do it.
Well, slightly different visuals. It's not at all obvious how to navigate some of these rooms. The first time it took me a while to figure out how to actually get into the seat. I love the New Adventures of Johnny Quest. I don't know if you were there, partly because of terrible memory, but I did bring up the New Adventures of Johnny Quest on one of my streams, showed a bit of footage that got copyright claimed, amusingly enough. But I was looking at the Quest World CG sequences. Biochips.
Temporal rip emergency confirmed. Access authorized for Agent 5G Blackwood. Preparation complete for mapping biochip. Pegasus biochip.
Wow. What a fancy dispenser. And then the Pegasus biochip. There we are. Probably the appropriate one to have loaded. Now I need to get into the machine that gives me the suit somehow. There we go.
Temporal rip emergency confirmed. Initiating protocol. Access authorized for Agent 5G Blackwood.
He still looks a bit weird. This one's the biosuit thing. There we go. That's the art from the manual.
Temporal rip emergency mission in progress. Pegasus access authorization confirmed for Agent 5G Blackwood. Prepare for biosuit encapsulation.
Yeah, could definitely be a back massager.
Mesomorphic. Infrascanning.
It looks like any number of things except a key.
Please keep hands inside turbolift.
Hopefully we'll have less trouble with this lift. Yeah, we managed to make it out. What a terrible idea. We have to walk around to get in.
Agent 5, do not attempt to leave Pegasus. TSA protocol strictly mandates that the Pegasus remain sealed from all outside contact once a temporal repair mission is initiated. Remember, this protocol exists to protect the TSA agent from the effects of temporal anomalies.
Now that you say that, it does look like the device in Half-Life.
The world has only one hope, and it's you. I pray that after the rip hits, TSA will still be here for you to transport back to. Good luck.
You must immediately activate Pegasus before the approaching temporal distortion wave reaches the present. You will be traveling back to the year 200 million BC to recover the Journeyman historical...
You're right, you can see her eyes flicking as she's reading.
Your auto recall function, returning you to the Pegasus. Once you have returned, you must compare the corrupted and uncorrupted histories of the planet and determine the most
Yeah, we know how this works.
of the distortions.
Well, we can't skip it anyway. And off we go. Unfortunately, the music during this jump, I think, is much less exciting. Yeah, no music at all. Look at all the stuff we've left here. We've got a helipad. Some kind of complicated jungle situation. Yeah, the mapping doesn't work. The situation in prehistoric times is generally... Oh, we get a CGI dinosaur at least.
Warning. You are currently 124 meters above the rocky shoreline below. Please exercise appropriate caution and dexterity.
Well, actually, I should save.
Warning. Currently registering sound reverberations from what could be incredibly immense feet. There is a high probability that the feet belong to a proportionally large carnivore. Currently detecting more biorhythms from a rather large reptilian life form. Caution is advised.
Is this right? Why am I here? There's some eggs. So we can die to the dinosaur in this one.
Warning.
Yeah. Alright, but there is a way to go, so that's a cliff. Is this right, or is this where we arrived? Yeah, new death scenes. right? Yeah. I think we activated something at least. No. No, there's definitely a way out. So I remember what we're trying to do here is to activate some kind of bridge or something. Great. That was not it. So this way should be where we arrived, right? Okay, we stand on here.
You are currently 124 meters.
Yeah. I know again. They tried to add more to this section, but it's kind of annoying. So we don't want that cave. Probably. Why does the mapping not work here? So this is the cave with that switch. But there's really nothing else here. Oh, what's that? No, let's just zoom out. You know, I can't tell if that's good or not. If that's actually activated. Yeah, this is a dead end. I remember at some point you come to a spot where... Oh, the cable! That's smart. Yeah, I should do that. Okay, so that's the cable there. I can't see the cable anywhere. Was there some other way inside the cave? It's underground. No, following the cable would have been a very smart thing to have you do. So there should be a spot where we arrive and it's like, oh, well, here's the bridge, but it's not activated. We might not have been this way. Here we go. No. This is this platform. This is the cliff. This is the cave with the eggs. And like we can't go forward here, right? Oh, here it is. Yeah, and why they would do it this way in fiction, also I have no idea. Does not look like a reliable way to store your DVD. Finally.
Agent 5, you have accomplished your mission and recovered the Journeyman historical log. You must now return quickly to the Temporal Security Annex and review the disk.
So we can just press a button and be transported back to our time. Thankfully the agency still exists.
What are you doing joyriding in the Pegasus? Your research reconnaissance mission was not scheduled until... Wait a minute, what's that uniform you're wearing? What's that look on your face? You have a lot of questions to answer, soldier. Once you have finished logging your report in the command center, I want to see you in my office, immediately!
So as I described before, we're now in the altered present and we're not expected. So from the point of view of people here, we are an unwelcome temporal visitor. Who is planning to go back in time and make changes. I think maybe the security will be tripped once I get into the command center. I like how there's only, you know, 2 things that are meant to happen with the time machine. And our boss doesn't figure out what's happening immediately. So we're comparing the historical log that was left in the time of dinosaurs with one that is in the altered present.
Five 15/21/12, 1400 hours. Today, amid negotiations to work out the final details of the Worldwide Unification Treaty, a nuclear missile was launched by the United States toward the country of Gorbistan. The missile, however, self-destructed before actually touching down. Before the scare, the leaders of this country appeared to be ready to accept the terms of the peace plan. Although the U.S. officials have repeatedly stated that they don't understand how the missile could have been launched.
So world peace was scuppered.
8/3/2185, 0800 hours.
A Mars colony was seemingly destroyed.
Suddenly went offline last night, just moments after the pilot of a cargo shuttle spotted an unidentified spacecraft in the area.
Just after aliens were first spotted.
Unclear what has happened. Many.
I'm summarizing because it's a bit boring.
Today, 123 years after the first official UFO encounter, an alien spacecraft.
And the aliens tell us we're not ready yet in this altered present.
1/17/2310, 1800 hours. Dr. Enrique Castillo, a well-known biologist and advocate for establishing alien relations, was murdered earlier today.
And this guy was murdered at a conference
in New Sydney, Australia. Castillo was speaking on.
So those are the things that we have to fix now. Do I need to click also the other versions?
May 15th, I
think I do, to mark them as done.
August 3rd, 2100.
Oh, you wanted to see the kill shot? Sure.
1/17.
Fast forward doesn't work.
1800 hours. Dr. Enrique Castillo, a well-known biologist and advocate for establishing alien relations, was murdered earlier today. During his speech at the Symposium on Alien Contact in New Sydney, Australia, Castillo was speaking on stage at the World Science Center when the single shot from an unknown assailant was he was later pronounced.
You were right to ask for that. That was some quality FMV acting.
The murderer is still at large. Dr. Castillo was the most outspoken at the debates and firmly believed that contact with alien races would be beneficial to humanity. Although his views were not mainstream, Dr. Castillo's contributions to the More than a century after the first confirmed sighting of a UFO, alien. January 17th, 2310.
Yeah, so in this game we were on the good timeline. Here we go.
I was alerted that you had the historical log. I began monitoring your actions. I just downloaded the information regarding the temporal distortions. I still can't believe it has really happened. I'm reviewing all of the information about this matter, but it's obvious I can't risk sending you back to change things now. My life in the only world I have ever known is at stake, and no one, no matter what the regulations say, is going to change it for better or worse. As of this moment, consider yourself a hostile enemy of the state. I'm sending robots 1 and 2 to guard the command center door until I can figure out how to dispose of you. I'm sorry, Agent 5, but once I destroy the historical log you brought back from the prehistoric site, the only memories of your world will be in your head. And that's where they're going to stay.
Dun dun dun.
Initiating auto-activation of Contingency Program 13, which states, any attempt to obstruct a TSA agent while on a mission is a direct violation of TSA Regulation 11. Override code implemented. Attempting to establish link with Command Central Computer Core. IO link established. Agent 5, you may now utilize the TSA Central Computer.
New target acquired. Rerouting robots. Rerouting robots.
So we get to press the big button that overrides... Hello?
New target acquired. Rerouting robots.
This seems an inefficient way of just turning off the security, but that'll work. So we send the robots to guard the front entrance instead. And now we can head back to the Pegasus time machine and pick one of the zones, time zones where things were altered, and start trying to make it right again.
Access authorized for Agent 5G Blackwood. Biosuit detected. Suit already.
What you're supposed to do as a temporal agent, if time has changed so much that the agency doesn't work the same way anymore, or doesn't exist, I guess you're kind of screwed. I don't think there's a way to make an and Knuckles version of this. But if you figure out how... I'll see if we get one more cutscene from our boss. Evil version.
Gage! Wait, let's talk this over. I'm sure we can figure something out. I will give you anything.
According to TSA Regulation 11, all communication and data links to the outside must be severed to prevent possible obstructions from hindering the completion of the mission. Now proceeding with the I/O isolation procedures. Time-bending preparations complete. You may now choose your temporal destination.
All right. Well, we've been going for 2 hours, so I think I'll leave it there. But that was a good start. And next time, I guess we'll see some actual future times. Let me bring us back. There we go. Hey Des, good to see you. Yeah, thanks for watching. I guess in my head I wanted to do a side-by-side playthrough, but of both versions, you know, but after watching the Accursed Farms video, I figured there was far too much risk of getting soft-locked out of the old version at some point. And I think we saw the most interesting differences between the two at this point. So, next time, or next Monday I guess, maybe, actually, I've got a bunch of stuff coming up, so I'm not sure what my streaming schedule will be like exactly, but I will post it on Twitter. But hopefully Friday we will have futuristic racing again. Is this my past or my future? That is a heavy question I will have to think about for next time. Thank you so much for watching. It's time for me to go. And if you, like me, have caught the Millennium Bug, make sure to watch the next stream or find me elsewhere on the World Wide Web by clicking on the links below the video. I've been Millennium Cyborg, keep that future vibe, and I'll see you in the world of tomorrow.